Well, this whole idea of the Chinese spy balloon does carry forward here with another reporter questioning Karine Jean-Pierre on it. And let's see if we finally get any sort of answer from this lady.
Behind you.
Thank you. So, Karine, we know of these few balloons that had flown in the past, the one, of course, from last week. You say the relationship is up to China going forward. Should the expectation be for the American public that this is it with balloons then? Or is it that this could potentially happen again in the future? And if that's the case, that the standard procedure going forward is wait for it to get over water and then it'll be shot down?
I'm not going to get into any specifics of what might happen next or hypotheticals from here. I'm just not going to do that. What I can say is,
why not? Prime opportunity to sit there and look at the camera, look at the Chinese in the face and say, you do it again, we're going to blow it out. And by the way, there's going to be some consequences if you want to fly anything over our airspace again. Why not be clear on this stuff? That's what this administration always goes, oh, well, we're clear that, we're clear this. Well, I want to be specific. I want to be that. And then when it comes to somebody entering our airspace that's spying on us, oh, well, we don't want to talk about it. No. This is the best time to talk about it and send a clear message to these guys that we don't mess around. But it's always with the Democrat administration. They're just soft. They're so soft on everything. Look at Obama's time, how soft they were with the Iran nuclear deal. There's a reason why nobody messed around when Trump was in office. I'll blow you up, okay? I'll knock you out. I mean, you literally had the CIA director, and his name is slipping my mind, when he met with the North Korean leader, and North Korea was saying, oh, I didn't think you would show up. And he goes, why? He goes, because I thought you were trying to kill me. And our CIA director under Trump was like, what makes you think I'm still not trying to? Right? It's just awesome stuff like that you never hear about, that you have to read about or find some short clip about. But you have Joe here going, hey, gee, how could I rub your shoulders more? What else could I get? It's like, this so freaking soft, man. Unbelievable. Well, I'm not going to talk about it here. You should have talked about it. And you should have been real clear on it to let them know that we ain't messing around.
As you've heard me say, there was a China surveillance program, right, balloon program that we have that has been going on for some time, that Congress certainly was briefed on back in last August, but just not going to get into hypotheticals from here.
And then one more. There's bipartisan calls up on Capitol Hill as it relates to TikTok and the national security implications of it. You have Congressman Ken Buck saying, if you see this CCP surveillance balloon scares you, wait until you hear about TikTok. Senator Michael Bennet had recently called on the CEOs of Apple and Google to remove TikTok from their devices, from their Google Play stores and Apple Play Store. Does the administration believe that TikTok is a national security threat, and does it believe that those apps should be removed from phones?
I'm really curious on her answer here, because Philip Wegman of Real Clear Politics has asked her this question probably 5 or 6 times, and he never really got an answer. And he did actually a full story on it over at Real Clear Politics. I highly recommend you type in Philip Wegman, Real Clear Politics, TikTok. He wrote a phenomenal piece on this. It's really lengthy, but it's really detailed in terms of the Chinese government spying on our officials, possibly listening to conversations, tracking them. It needs to be gone here, because look what the Chinese are so overstepping, and we're allowing it. That is so frustrating. I'm trying to keep it together here, that it's ridiculous what we're doing. And it's not sending a good message to the rest of the world, thinking, oh, well, you can just poke the bear as much as you want. Nothing's going to happen. Oh, yeah, do whatever. We'll fly over our airspace. Who cares? Oh, use our technology. Use our apps to sit there and steal intellectual property from us, or just spy on us in general, the average American. It's so unbelievable. But let's listen here to her messaging on how clear she's going to be, you guys, because she's always clear. She's always very specific on everything. Let's see.
So look, the president, the Biden administration, more broadly, has never allowed TikTok on the White House devices. Other federal agencies have similar restriction. We have been clear about our concerns on apps like TikTok, and so look, we are focused on the challenges of.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They literally have allowed TikTokers to be in the White House. What do you mean? All these things. No, you're not. They talked about our own government sending the reporters TikToks to give them information about some sort of defense thing. Literally in the same briefing, she was talking about that, how all those reporters in the room received TikToks.
of certain countries, including China, seeking to leverage digital technologies and Americans' data in ways that present unacceptable national security risk. I'm just not going to get ahead of it. As we know, there's a review currently happening, but we take this very seriously. And as I said, the Biden administration has never allowed TikTok on the White House devices.
Is it a national security risk?
You got to love that. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. She's going to sit there and say that they take this stuff seriously, when in the same briefing, I got to find the clip, she's talking about how all the reporters receive the TikTok from like our national defense listing out some sort of items. Well, let's see if it's a security implication. She never answered it.
Again, I'm just not going to, there's a review happening by CFIUS. I'm just not going to get ahead of that.
It's unbelievable. Of course it's a security threat. Of course it is. I mean, it's so easy to answer these questions. It's yes, everybody would be behind it. Who are you going to piss off? The Chinese that just flew over our airspace? You're going to upset them? Oh, come on. They're so in bed, it's ridiculous. They are so in bed with the Chinese, it is mind-blowing. But Americans still vote for it, you guys. The Democrats clearly love to be on the same side as our enemies, to vote for a guy that can't even shoot a balloon out of the sky. But yet, he's competent. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.